can we perfect our communication style to break through that term in your book, automatic spam filter?
So just as we block out things that don't already match what's already top of mind for us, and our brains are constantly doing this filtering without us being aware of it, other people's brains are doing the same. So that if we say something which they're not expecting to hear, or they're just not thinking about at that particular moment, it's quite likely that the message just won't get through, and we'll think we've written a perfect email or we've made a perfect intervention in a meeting, and we're wondering, why is nobody engaging in what I'm saying? But science is quite clear on some techniques that actually help us break through people's filters and get our messages noticed. So, for example, it really helps to make the message inherently rewarding to engage with. And it turns out that positive novelty is a very rewarding thing for people. So thinking about how can you get your message across in an interesting way. So someone I worked with called Peter was quite clever at this. He decided to make little vox pop videos of people on the street talking about his client's product as a way of getting his message across, knowing that actually the people he was trying to communicate with might have been quite apt to not listen to what he was saying. Suddenly there's a video of people on the street. It's kind of interesting, it's kind of novel. They're paying a bit more attention. Another really surefire way of getting your message through people's spam filters is to think about the human angle. So our brains are designed to really engage very, very easily with things that have a human being at the core of it. It's why we might remember a story at the water cooler that has lots of moving parts to it. Asked to remember a list of 12 things, which has actually less information in it, it's much harder because it's just dry, it's abstract. So actually figuring out how to get your story to describe the human being who's going to benefit from whatever it is you're saying. So if you've got an idea, don't just lay out the numbers. I mean, the numbers are important, but paint the picture of the individual whose life is going to be better as a result and how it's going to be better. It's not hokey, it's just how people's brains are designed. And then frankly, it's very helpful if you can just make your message as easy as possible to understand. And the reason for that is something called processing fluency. We all have a bias to think that something that's easy to understand must be correct. Mm-hmm. So think about, if you're writing an email, headings, short, make it clearer. Just really kind of simplifying your message until it's as easy to understand as possible. These things really help, at the margin in getting your message through the spam filter.